Kintsvisi Monastery is a Georgian Orthodox monastery in the Shida Kartli region, eastern Georgia, 10 kilometers from the town Kareli, on a forested slope of a high mountain of the Dzama Valley. History. The Kintsvisi Monastery complex consists of 3 churches, of uncertain origin. The central church, dedicated to St. Nicholas, is thought to date to the early 13th century, in what is generally regarded as the Georgian Golden Age. A very small chapel standing next to it is dedicated to St. George, and dates from around the same time. The oldest church, dedicated to St. Mary, dates from the 10th–11th centuries, but is mostly in ruins. The site is currently listed by the World Monuments Fund as a field project. Architecture. The main church is a large inscribed cross-domed brick building which houses unique examples of medieval mural art from the early 13th century. In the central position of the cupola is the Shida flanked by the archangels Michael and Gabriel. At the central part of cupola arch is an expressed cross as a medallion. Medallions with the 4 evangelists adorn the pendentives. Images of archangels are repeated on south and west walls of the church. Scenes from the New Testament are presented on north walls, as are portraits of Georgian kings, Georgi III, Tamar and Georgi IV Lasha. Particularly remarkable is the figure of a sitting angel from the Resurrection composition pointing at the open sarcophagus in a gracious manner, represented above the king's figures, between 2 windows. These murals date to before 1205 and rank due to the lavish use of lapis lazuli to color the backgrounds. Among the most beautiful paintings of that period, these murals were ordered by Don Olista Vizdze, a local feudal magnate who served as a royal minister. His fresco with a model of a church in his hand is represented on the lower register of the south wall, along with a severely damaged cycle of images from the life of St. Nicholas and depictions of various Georgian saints. The murals of the narthex are of a later date, and were painted by the order of a prominent person of the 15th century, Zaza Kareli, whose portrait is represented here as well. The Church of the Virgin Mary also contains an enthroned Shida with the communion of the apostles in its ruined apse. The walls of this church were presumably entirely painted in the same manner as the main church, but everything but the apse has collapsed into ruins down the side of the mountain.